What's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Digitaling Media. I'm Tom, one of the hosts or one of the strategic partners of Digitaling Media. A little bit about myself. I guess, for title's sake, come to realize that the best title that I need to carry is creative strategist, versus I've been called many things: digital strategist, creative director, whatever it is. But I think what sums it all up with what I do and what I want to continue to do in the future is creative strategist. And I've been working with Shanice, who will be introducing herself, for a good amount of time over different projects. And that's what we want to bring to this content project that we're going to do. We're going to talk about all the things we know and all the things that we want to do and all the things that we see. Anyway, over to you.
So as Tom mentioned, my name is Shanice Ling, and I am the CEO of Digitaling Media. And I've been at it for the past 3 years. I have an extensive background in marketing as well as technical writing. And I love things all marketing. So I thought it makes sense to share that with all of you, along with my strategic partner, Tom. And so, yeah, here we are.
Here we are, and here we go.
Yes, let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So, between Shanice and I, we've built websites together. We've done organic content. We've done some brand work together as well. So, we are kind of focused in the areas that we cover, but also not opposed to spreading our wings. We just want to make sure that what we do is honed in, is how I would call it. But Shanice, I think it'd be cool for us to talk about 2022.
For sure. It was an interesting year, yes.
Yeah, so I was thinking, you've done some projects. I've done some projects. We've done some projects together, and over a period of time, you always kind of see a trend, or that allows you to kind of figure, this looks like this is what's happening right now. I mean, pandemic, pre-recession, inflation, and all the things that have, the world's going through. Would you be able to, I guess, encapsulate in one realization, or one of the realizations you had for 2022? Maybe to box it in further, maybe a positive thing that you've been seeing happen, or you want to go a negative thing that you've been seeing happen digitally,
One thing that really stood out to me in 2022 was that things were more genuine and more authentic to brands, which I thought was wonderful. Yep. I've seen that a lot, even with my own content. I made sure that I let the audience really dictate what they wanted to see. What were they responding to, or what was the feedback based on the comments? And that allowed me to create some really great content pieces that really resonated with people. I think during the pandemic, a lot of us were overwhelmed and burnt out. And I mean, by creating, genuine content, people were really getting value out of the things that were being posted, or felt like they could relate to it. And even at times, I think maybe gathered a little bit of hope from it, or some joy, which was great. Some of the feedback I got was, love this. It's great to see this. This was fun. And I think we needed that. We needed that fun and that joy to come back during such a very stressful time,
I mean, I guess a lot of people from the production side, the people who actually produce content and put stuff out there, it just like every other business, everybody was like, what are we gonna do now? It's almost like the past 2 years is years of figuring out what we're gonna do and how we're gonna do it, because it's almost like everything was shifting, the how the game was being played was literally shifting in front of our eyes, in front of it's just happening, and all you can really do is try stuff and then figure it out as
See
you
if it's,
go.
yeah, if it sticks. Yeah. But the thing that was great about it was everything was shifting, yes, but we also saw an uptake in terms of website traffic and people being
Yes.
online because most of us were home. But that was where the honesty came in, I felt like when I posted something, good, bad, or ugly, or indifferent, people were on it and they were giving me that feedback as if, it's a brand, but they're talking like they were speaking to the brand, like if they knew there was someone behind the computer that can hear their voice. And I thought that was so interesting. I'm like, they're talking to the company like it's a person. And I'm like, I think people are starting to realize it really is a person that is handling this behind the screen. And they're like, we want to be heard. This is what we want. Give me more of that. And I definitely saw a shift with the brands that I was working with. People were being very honest and providing great feedback. It was a great sounding board. Yeah, the shift was a little scary, I would say. At times I was like, oh, I don't know what to post. I don't want to come off insensitive. I don't know if we should promote this. But they let me know this is what I want to see. Like, post more of that. And they also wanted their content shared, which was great. They were creating things and tagging brands and saying, you can share this if you want to. And I'm like, this is fantastic. Yeah, for sure, we'll share it. Yeah, they want to see themselves in the
Yeah.
brand, which is really cool to see.
I mean, I think we were all forced to be more honest. Well, first of all, the situation allowed us to kind of get rid of the walls and the
Yes.
pretenses,
Yeah.
because we're all, again, working from home. We're all not dressing up and kind of just
Yeah.
put your best face on. It's more like just
Right.
wake up, get to work, and do your thing. And so, and I think the other side of that is that because people were more online, I mean, people literally ordered bananas online or a
Yes.
Christmas tree
Yeah.
online. Yeah. So
I was one of them.
because people are more online, they
Yeah.
were more. The internet became more discerning. It became more particular with what was being put out and how you were putting it out, like and how you were saying what you were saying and what you were trying to say. There are more eyes and ears that are on the internet, and
Yeah.
so if you did anything that was insensitive, or if you did anything that was kind of inappropriate or
Hmm.
disingenuous, the reaction is just heightened 10 times more.
Yes,
I mean,
for sure.
I caught this video. About dark patterns, marketing dark patterns, like very manipulative kind of moves for landing pages or
Hmm.
ads and things like that, like forcing you to click or manipulating you to believe that you are actually clicking the
Right.
right button, but you're not. So what that was happening probably since 10 years ago, man. Like, but for somebody to have actually paid attention more and be able to realize that that is something that we all need to know about and
Yeah.
actually put out material about it, I'm like, wow, we're getting granular on things, and that forces all of us to be authentic. It's no longer just
Right.
a buzzword. It is
Yes.
an actual kind of state of being on the internet now. So that's cool. That's really, really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing that I also noticed that was a positive as well is I think a lot more people saw the value in digital marketing. I think a lot of
100%.
companies, yeah, in the past, kind of, strayed away from marketing.
Maybe.
We're more focused, yeah, they're more focused on sales or some other area, and then they realize, no, I need to be online. That's how people are going to find me. Places were closed. Like, you're literally, your website and your social media platforms became your way of doing business, of staying relevant and in front of the consumer, which was really cool to see.
So I was thinking about that because I kept seeing that, like, literally every customer through our door, your door, our door together is somebody who was doing it a little bit, who is now going to do a lot more of it, or somebody who wasn't doing it but wants to do it now. And I thought, why is this happening? Right? Of course, the basic answer is, well, it's more online now, but it's been online before. And so I realized that pandemic lockdown behavior forced
Mm-hmm.
us all to one, do the whole online thing,
Yes.
to transact online, to buy online, to conduct business online. Second,
Yes.
it forced us to trust digital means of paying, digital means of signing contracts,
Right.
digital things, digital
Yeah.
processes, it forced us to trust digital banking, digital enrollments, like,
Yes.
versus before, wherein the traditional mentality would be like, I don't know about the internet, so I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
You can no longer do
Right.
that, and so you were like, ah, let me just do it online then, because that's what everybody's saying now. Do it online. Even your menu in a restaurant is a QR code,
Yes, exactly.
and so I think what had happened was when they lifted the lockdown, the behavior stuck because
Yes.
now we've had a taste and we know that it
Yes. And it
works.
shifted our mindset, right? And that's where that goes back to consumer buying behavior. It just took that event to change the way we do things, and now it's become part of common practice.
Common
And that's
practice.
what's yeah, it's so important to stay on top of things as far as technology goes and marketing practices go, because consumer buying behavior is always evolving. So and your business should as well, right? Like your approach to marketing and putting information out. Right now, we're at a place where we're saying, well, it's extremely genuine, but maybe the next step might be where it's just a little bit more easier to, digest that information. So it's great, it's genuine, but now are we doing bite-sized content for individuals to grasp a lot easier? Because sometimes people are intimidated by new things. And again, with the lockdown, yes, technology had always been there. The websites have always been there, but they were kind of, pushed a little bit into it and adopting that. And I think it's important for people like us to make it easy and bite sized so that we make that change and that shift that much more easier for individuals, for those late adopters, right? So it was interesting to see all those changes going on during the pandemic as well.
I was thankful for
Negatives,
those changes.
yeah. Yeah, you and me both. But I was going to say, as far as negatives go, I can't really think of anything that was a negative. Like, I think there was a lot of positive shifts that came out of the lockdowns and the pandemic for marketing.